Greetings, e-reader aficionados. It is I, Michael Kozlowski.
And it is I, Peter, with no last name. That's how I roll.
Today on Full Disclosure,
Yes.
we're going to talk about a few things.
3 things.
Storytel e-reader.
1.
The Overdrive functionality on a modern lineup of Kobo e-readers.
B.
And Kobo, our Lite Apps.
Lite Apps.
On Android e-readers.
Yes.
So, first of all, let's talk about Storytel, because it's new, it's fresh.
Right.
A lot of people aren't aware of it. They're a company based in Sweden, in Oslo, and they pretty well have a subscription service that they run for both audiobooks and ebooks. You pay a monthly fee, you get access to a limited number of content.
Yeah.
So e-reader was designed to tap into an existing membership. You can't sideload ebooks,
Nope.
you can't do any of this type of stuff. But Storytel's primarily in like Europe, and you know, to a lesser degree like Iceland,
Nordic nations,
the UAE, but yeah, I mean from primarily they're in a lot of the Nordic countries. You
right.
only buy this in 3 countries: Sweden, Denmark, so on, Finland, and so the UI can't be English. It has to be in whatever localized market you took out the subscription. Because I opened it up in for Sweden, so the whole UI is like Sweden.
Right.
If I would have opened up the account for Finland, it would have been all in Finnish, right?
But you can't. You can change the keyboard. You can't change the system UI.
Yes, you can. You can change the keyboard. So when you do searches, when you are looking at the description of an ebook or audiobook, it's in English. So you can make a lot of the content show up in English. It's same with reading an ebook. It's all in English.
Well, if the book is in English to begin with, then yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about this device?
Oh man, it looks good. Looks damn good. It's breaking the mold. It's chiseled on the sides. Physical pager buttons. We haven't seen that for a long time. 3.5mm headphone jack. We haven't seen that in a long time. Handful of people doing that.
Hardly anyone's doing audio on e-readers.
Hardly anybody. Onyx is really one of the only kind of last standing guys that put speakers in 3.5 and to a lesser extent Bluetooth. 3 different ways to listen to music, for crying out loud. Storytel. Oh man, looks good, but that's where it ends with me. I'm going to be completely honest. We just wrapped filming. You can't sideload anything on this. You can't buy from any other markets. You can't do anything outside of the subscription model, but you have to pay for that. So yes, I know it's unlimited once you do pay for that subscription service, but if you live in Canada, if you acquired this on eBay or a third-party market, you can't use it. And it's all in the respective language. I can't even understand like all the UI elements. Mike can kind of read some of that because it's Swedish, but I can't read any of it, and I don't know if I'm deleting a book. And there's actually one thing you pointed out, is delete all the books on the device, ones that I've downloaded. So it's like, it's so easy to make a mistake if you don't understand the language. It's a very, very restrictive item, and it's not exactly even that cheap. You said it's around 100 euros. Well, to us, that's like $150. So it's not cheap, and you can't do a whole lot with it, and it's not usable in our country. So geographically kind of locked. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, like I tried logging into a Storytel account that I had on the Finland site or the Iceland site, but because I initially registered on Swedish site, it's only compatible with the Swedish service.
Yes.
Like the Storytel login system is dependent on what country you initially logged the account in. Because when they sent this to us, they sent like a 60-day gift card, so we had like 60 days of like unlimited service.
Show content for you guys.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a very fringe, very niche product, only available for a specific like few markets. Outside of those markets, you're not going to get any value out of this.
Nothing.
So if you live like in Norway and Finland and Sweden and things like that, you're getting value out of this. I mean, if you're a serious reader who finds yourself not reading a lot on your e-devices, because let's face it, e-books have gone up in cost exponentially over the last 5 or 6 years. They used to cost $9.99. Now it's quite frequently you're spending $15, $27 or more for a nonfiction title. Whereas Storytel, I took a look for like Stephen King, James Patterson didn't have any of those ebooks, but it had like Wimpy Kid and other type stuff.
IKEA catalogs.
Yeah, they didn't really have like the best sellers that I would want to buy living in Canada, shopping on Amazon.ca website.
It comes down to this isn't for us.
No,
it's not meant to be here, and we have it here, so it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Okay, let's move on.
Moving on.
So
Kobo.
Yeah.
Overdrive.
So the 4.10 firmware update, which is slowly being pushed out, it has bugs.
Yeah, so it's canceling out a lot of Wi-Fi, and Kobo has this thing where it turns off your Wi-Fi to save battery if you're not using it, but on this latest update, as of August 26, 2018, turns off your Wi-Fi because you're not using it, but actually kicks you out of your remembered networks. So you have to sign in, and we had to do that over the course of our lab testing about 6 times.
Yeah, so we, for the last few days, like, it was supposed to come out, like, I don't know, what's the date today?
26 August.
So it was supposed to come out like on like the 24th.
Right.
And we did syncs and everything like that. It wouldn't recognize an update. Kobo probably issued the update and pulled it because they had to solve all these bugs, but we found the like update, you know, off of a developer site. We installed it anyways. You know, we were able to successfully browse our local Vancouver Public Library, look at the curated selection list, you know, read the book and then return the book and then remove it from the device.
Right.
So if you have the Clara HD, the H2O Edition 2, the Aura Edition 2, those are the 3 e-readers that have recently gained overdrive functionality or soon will. I heard initially Canada, the US, and UK will be the 3 countries that get this right away, and the rest of the markets will like slowly get it like over time.
Right.
I think that this really makes relevant the cheaper Kobo e-readers.
It does. That was one of the issues, is that Overdrive was only available on the higher and more expensive unit.
Kobo 1.
Yeah, but now you can get them on the $100 or used sub $100 units. And Mike was saying that he put it well to the rest of the team. He was like, this adds a lot of value to the cheaper stuff, and it does, because before, like, 80% of their lineup couldn't use it, and now you can. So it just instantly flips the switch on usability and utility. So
and I mean, much like the Storytel, if you are tired of spending a lot of money on ebooks, or you find yourself just not buying a lot of ebooks because of the cost, suddenly Overdrive on the entry-level Kobo e-readers allow you to borrow ebooks for free. Now, it's important to note that no Kobo e-reader has audiobook functionality.
No,
so you can't borrow audiobooks, you can't listen to audiobooks. But this might change because Kobo did an FCC, they got FCC certification on a new device. And I believe, due to the naming convention, the size of the battery, the 32 gigs of internal memory, that this is the Kobo Aura 1 Edition 2. And I believe that this will have Bluetooth that will be able to connect up a pair of wireless headphones, wireless speakers, and for the first time, you'll be able to buy ebooks from on audiobooks from Kobo, but you'll also be able to take out a subscription on a Kobo device. And the Aura 1 traditionally has been the, you know, because it's the most expensive Kobo e-reader, they introduced all new functionality in that in a hopes that people will spend the $300 and actually buy it. So I mean, you know, I would be tempted to buy it if it had like audiobook functionality. It would be that and the Kobo Oasis, which would be the Kindle Oasis would be the only sort of 2 e-readers, the flagship e-readers on the market that have audiobook functionality built right into it.
Yeah, from like the major brands of the e-reader world. Yeah, there's obviously like the Storytel has headphone jacks, but talking about the big boys, those would be the only 2 guys, and their price kind of reflects that. Because the Kobo Aura 1 limited edition and the Kindle Oasis 2 are some of the most expensive consumer e-readers out there. They're into the $400 mark in some markets. So all right, so last topic on the list,
Android Lite Apps. You know, guys, to be like honest, I've been super bullish about Lite Apps and the Go operating system for like 6 or 7 months. I've written a few stories on Good e-reader. They haven't really gotten a lot of traction. Like, a lot of people, not a lot of people wrote comments. Not a lot of people like were, you know, reading it and stuff like that. So we did a video on it today about showing Spotify Lite, Instagram Lite, Kindle Lite, Google Go. Okay, so Google Go is basically a replacement for Chrome. It's like 3 megs in size to download, 5 megs in total. Kindle Lite, less than 2 megs, less than 4 megs installed. And so if you think about like the normal version of the Kindle app, it's like
Was it 58 or something?
58 megs.
Yeah.
Just to download, but to install, it's double that.
Right.
And then whatever books that you download will be on top of that. Each book is like 5 to 10 to 12 megs. If you're downloading like a manga or something like that, it's sometimes it's 100 150
for one book.
So what a lot of people have found is on 4 gig e-readers, 8 gig e-readers, you download like 3 apps and suddenly you're out of memory.
That's it.
And so it doesn't really leave a lot of room for like PDFs or like EPUBs and things like that. But these Lite apps, you can install quadruple the amount and still have a ton of space like left over.
Storage aside, good luck using the base model Amazon Kindle app on an e-reader. Have you seen the page turn animations alone? Like what is this one called? It's called Kindle Lite. Kindle Lite gets rid of all the page turn animations. It gets rid of anything running in the background. It even gets rid of long press because it has to load dictionaries and translations, X-ray, all that other stuff that you may not need just for a base reading experience. You can barely run the Amazon Kindle app on an e-reader as it is. Full disclosure is when we talk about what we just finished filming, so we're wearing the same shirts you'll see in our other videos because we just wrapped up. So we did the Storytel stuff, we did the Kobo stuff, we did this, and while it's fresh, while we don't really have a moment to, gather our thoughts, we share our thoughts live, well, not live, but unedited in one big take on camera with you guys.
Yeah, so for the most part, this is the type of stuff that we talk about when the camera's not on.
And that's why
about how like, man, this freaking sucks. Like, I can't believe people pay money for this garbage. But sometimes we're a little bit kind to e-readers and stuff because like we understand the limitations of e-paper,
obviously,
the refresh rate,
massive
all this type of stuff. So we understand all this type of stuff. So we're not going to skewer it just because of what it actually is.
No, and we're not like hot-headed in the moment. We're so angry. Turn the camera on. Let's tear this up. No. We're
my dander's raised.
We take a second. We gather our thoughts and we say, okay, you know what? We're not going to have a discussion until we roll the camera, and that's what this is. So we had our 3 topics. What do you guys think? We want to hear what you think. Comments below. If you guys have any requests, comparisons, anything else you want to see, any contest ideas, that's what you got to do. That's your task.
We've been publishing videos since like 08.
08, yeah, 07, 08.
So if you look at early videos, they're horrendous.
We had, I think we had, I was holding the camera and we put like a tablecloth on a
instead of a whiteboard.
Yeah, on a glass table.
And it was wrinkled. It wasn't even ironed.
Right, and now we have our own rented studio with shelves and graphics on the walls. So certainly have come a long way.
Well, it's like awesome. Anything. It's sort of like it's all like a cumulative upgrade.
It was. It wasn't overnight. No,
and when we were doing stuff, we weren't even really focused on YouTube. It was just like an extension of our blog or whatever. But I mean,
just embedded the video on the blog.
We've written so much over the years. We've produced so much content that obviously we've improved. Or if life was an RPG, we have leveled up.
We have
many
leveled
times.
Up. Yes. And we've met many NPCs along the way. So.
Yeah. Some more memorable than others.
Some memorable that have become a team member, but others just common enemies that you find in the grasslands.
Level 1 kobolds that we hit with our sword and never think about again.
You kill them and they drop like a sack of gold and you're like, sweet, or a wood shield.
Or let's face it, level 1 kobold does not have gold. They have 1 copper, 2 copper,
some of those games,
and a tooth for a fetch quest or something.
You give to the old man in the cellar later. But no, it's like some of those enemies in games are like swarm of bees. You kill the bees and he drops a broadsword.
Yeah,
where'd that come from? How are you holding this? Yeah, but anyways, off topic. Yeah, what do you guys think? Let us know.
Yeah, drop a comment below. For Goody Beater full disclosure, my name is Michael.
I'm Peter.
Everybody take care.